Today we're going to be checking and testing out the brand new Ghostek Nautical Slim case for the brand new Google Pixel 8 Pro. This case keeps your phone totally protected from drops. It's also IP68 waterproof, so you can submerge it into up to 6 feet of water for an hour and a half. And it's also been drop tested up to 12 feet. And if you're not familiar with Ghostek, they make a lot of really nice cases for other phones, not just for the Pixel 8 Pro. And if you want to check them out, I'll put a link in the video description. Now, as I said before, this case is totally protective. It's multi-layered, and they try to keep your phone as slim as possible while totally protecting it from the elements. And it's also got a limited lifetime warranty. This case also comes in 2 different colors. We have a clear and we also have a black. And you're going to want to stick around until the end of the video because I will be submerging this case in water to see if it actually keeps your phone nice and dry. So let's get started. So the case is a 2-piece design. It comes with some stickers, some wipes. It also has a lanyard that it comes with. This case also works with the in-display fingerprint sensor, and you can also wirelessly charge through the case so you don't need to take your phone out. And if we take a look at the outer portion of this case, you can see how much extra case there is around the edges for that extra drop protection. Now, before we put this on our phone, you want to make sure you thoroughly clean off the phone screen because whatever's on the screen will be trapped inside this case once you put it on. Also, another thing, you want to make sure that you remove any screen protectors that you have on your phone, whether it be on the rear camera or the front screen, because you're not going to be able to use them with this case properly. So once you clean off your phone screen, we need to peel off this little sticker on the inner portion of the screen. Try not to touch anything else other than just lifting up the sticker. Now, once you've cleaned off your phone screen, you want to take the top portion of the case. We're going to put down the bottom portion of the phone first and then press on the top. It'll clip in place just like that. Then we need to take our squeegee and we're going to squeegee down this little fingerprint hole you can see right in the middle there. We need to make sure there's no bubbles there so we can accurately read your fingerprint. Once this is on your phone, we'll just flip it over. Then you want to clean off your rear cameras. And then take the back piece and we're going to press this down into place. And then just go along the edge and make sure that it's pressed down all the way around the case. This is really important because if you don't have everything sealed, water will get in if you happen to submerge it. So it should be nice and sealed just like this all the way around the case. Once you have that done, we can peel off the top and the bottom protectors. There you go. Looks really nice. This is the black version of the case, so it's got a nice glossy black back. And as you can see, it does also cover your cameras totally, and it's got a nice raised bump on the back to protect your cameras as well. Feels pretty nice in the hand. The buttons are super clicky, very easily pressable. The case is not grippy, but it does have a hard, like plastic feel to it. Now, this case does have a plastic screen protector over your screen. It's pretty smooth, but it's not as smooth as the glass that's on the phone. It's got just a tiny bit of resistance. Let's test out our fingerprints. Fingerprints seem to be working fine, and if your fingerprints aren't working, you might need to go into the settings and turn on the extra screen sensitivity. It is nice and clear, and touch also seems to be working just fine, no issues there. Now, this does also cover our selfie camera, so let's try out our facial recognition. Facial recognition works pretty well, and let's test out our camera. Camera looks pretty clear. I don't see any issues. And as far as fingerprints, it does pick up some smudges on the screen, but you can easily just wipe those away. And if we take a look at the side of the case, you can see it really doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to your phone. It's pretty slim, and it's also got a raised edge all the way around the front of the screen. We have our lanyard holes on the bottom corner here. We also have our covered charging port, which is nice. And we also have a membrane over our microphone and speakers so no water can get in. And then here's our covered charging port. It's covered pretty well. Then on the other side, you can see that we have our volume buttons that are separated and our power button. Very nice and clicky. Then on the back, you can see that we have a nice glossy back. This is the black case, and it also totally covers your cameras as well. Got a nice camera bump to protect those lenses. And it also works with wireless charging too. So if you happen to have a regular wireless charger, you don't need to take your phone out to wirelessly charge. So now let's test out our rear cameras. Rear cameras look pretty good, nice and clear. Don't see any issues there either. Let's try out our zooms. All the cameras seem to be working just fine, and it also looks nice and clear. So now I'm going to make some audio recordings so you guys can hear what it would be like if you were talking to somebody on the phone, and we're also going to see what the audio volume is like through this case. So this is a test of the Nautical Slim case. We're trying to see what somebody would hear if we were talking to somebody on the phone, and we're also going to be testing what the audio volume is like using this case. So let's turn up the volume all the way. So this is a test of the Nautical Slim case. We're trying to see what somebody would hear if we were talking to somebody on the phone, and we're also going to be testing what the audio volume is like using this case. So I definitely think the audio recording is adequate through this case, and as you heard, you can also easily hear through the speakers using this case as well. So now let's go do our submersion test and see if this case will actually keep your phone nice and dry. Alright, so first we're going to submerge the Nautical Slim case in this vase full of water. Then I'm going to run it under some running water, and then we're going to take the case off and see if the phone is still nice and dry. So here we go. All right, now we're going to put it under some running water. Then we'll dry it off and we'll see if our phone is still nice and dry. So it doesn't look like there's any water underneath the glass so far. So far, so good. Case looks nice and dry so far. And there we go. Screen is nice and dry. Back is also nice and dry. Water on the bottom ports. Looking good so far. So it will definitely keep your phone nice and dry if you happen to submerge it in some water. And then here is the clear backed case. If you want to show off the color of your phone, you can also get this in the clear. So as you guys saw, the case does actually keep your phone nice and dry when submerged in water. It's going to protect it from drops, and you can also easily use it for phone calls. People will still be able to easily hear you even through the case, and the volume is still nice and loud enough for you to hear things when you're watching YouTube or maybe some Netflix. So if you guys want to pick this case up yourself, I will be putting links in the video description. And if you guys enjoyed the video, it would really help out my channel if you gave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.